Symmetra, one thing I want to let you guys know, keep it a straight buck. Symmetra, in my opinion, probably the best character in the entire game.
What?
Halzeey, have you lost your mind? What are you talking about?
Maybe I have, fellas. You never know. Overwatch been driving me crazy lately. In today's video, I'm going to help you guys understand why I believe Symmetra is the best character in the entire game, why you should be playing her if you're already not, and also a little breakdown on how I play her so that you can start using her to climb. Just a little ability breakdown starting off with Symmetra's primary fire is just her laser beam. Symmetra's laser beam has 3 phases, the initial, middle, and end, and it only takes 2 seconds to charge up to the end phase where you're basically melting squishy targets instantly. It takes less than 2 seconds to melt an entire 200 HP target down to 0. Symmetra's right click is also another charge mechanic where it just shoots a little ball or a big ball at the enemy target. So a fully charged right click does about 80 damage. It charges in less than half of a second. So you can spam these 80 damage balls and there's literally no counterplay. Next up, we have Symmetra's ultimate lasts 12 seconds and creates a global barrier spanning across the entire map. Now, how is this balanced? Having a global ultimate in a game like Overwatch, it's not balanced at all. While yes, it's better if you're with the ultimate when you're actually using it. Say, for example, you die and you have to get back to the fight quick. You can still use your ultimate from the spawn and you'll still be able to provide value in a team fight. The next ability we have Symmetra's turrets, and on their own it doesn't really do that much damage, but it just whittles down the enemy team, and if you do stack them up in 3, it does the same damage as your fully charged primary fire. You can also use your teleport to move the turrets around the map. So a good strategy you can do, put your teleporter down, send a couple turrets through the teleporter and go with the teleporter itself, and it just provides a lot of damage. Not to mention Symmetra's teleport is great for using in flanks, and also you can hold a right click and go through the teleporter and still be fully charged. An extremely important concept about Symmetra is she plays very uniquely. She doesn't play like any other character in the entire game. For the most part, she's dominant on control maps, letting the enemy play into you, and also the way she creates space is like no other character in the game. Now, I've been playing a lot of Symmetra these past few days, a lot of it, and I've come to the conclusion that she probably is the best control in the entire game. The way she can maintain and hold an area by herself is absolutely ridiculous. Just the threat of her having her 3 turrets down placed in any said spots with her primary fire beam or her right click, it just does way too much damage, and the ability to control a space on the map, it's mind-boggling. First off, her turrets do way too much damage. They slow the enemies as well. Literally, her kit has everything you need to be successful. With good teleporter usage as well, you can flank the enemy team and they will not know what hits them. You throw some turrets in there, TP behind, kill their supports instantly, you back up. There's literally no counterplay at all. Her ultimate is also great for controlling space. It creates a massive shield that's global, like I was saying before, prevents incoming attacks, rendering the enemy DPS almost useless depending on who they're playing, rendering the supports almost useless depending on who they're playing. Symmetra's ability to play around this wall as well is absolutely ridiculous. Her beam fires through it for free, her turrets fire through it for free. And what could the enemy do? The enemy can just sit there and wait while you just fire for free, snowball an entire team fight. Symmetra just takes over. It's another thing about Symmetra that's very strong about her kit is that her primary fire, on kill, it doesn't reset. So if you kill somebody and your beam is fully charged, you're still gonna have that full power beam, and the ability to take over entire team fights is crazy. The very first clip of the video, it was 5 seconds and I killed the entire team instantly. There was literally no counterplay. By the time they knew where I was in the team fight, it was already too late. I just evaporated their entire team. Another thing about Symmetra, her mobility is actually very strong. Her teleporter is on such a low cooldown, you can flank behind the enemy teams very easily, get through choke points, control high grounds. Symmetra has a very unique playstyle, teleporting to high grounds, getting some damage off, TPing away, doing it again in 10 seconds, charging up your beam, TPing up to high ground again, getting a kill, snowballing. It's just so much fun. It's actually so much fun. And one extremely broken thing about her too, her ultimate charges so fast. It charges so fast, man. It's so unbalanced. You basically have the ability to manipulate terrain, block off the enemy DPS, almost every team fight. It's actually ridiculous how quick this ultimate charges up. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if next patch we see some nerfs to her. There was a Blizzard blog post stating that she has like a 55% win rate or something. That's ridiculous. The people that actually play her and are good with her just carry that win rate. She's so strong, man. Now, even in this background alone, I TP up to height here on New Queen Street, and I control this little high ground for about 25 seconds, and there's literally nothing they can do. They have to send at least 2, maybe even 3 people to deal with me in here. Here's another thing I want you fellas to take into account. Why would I play a hard hero when I can just play Symmetra, hold mouse 1, laser beam them, and all I have to do is just focus on tracking. I don't even have to aim. Like, literally the only aiming required with Symmetra is just tracking, and then your right click as well. But you just use your right click to poke anyways. In my opinion, you pick Symmetra a lot more than you would think. Symmetra is very good into most of the tanks that are good right now. And another thing that's really good about Symmetra too is that her main beam charges off of barriers. Say a Reinhardt has his barrier out, you can just hold your laser beam on it, charge up. Same with Sigma, he throws his barrier out, you charge up on the Sigma barrier. It's just, there's so many like broken things about Symmetra that you just overlook, but when you actually play her and understand how to play her, it's just like a wave of just OP and just brokenness. Now, I'm saying all this good stuff about Symmetra. What are the downsides? What are the downsides? Well, there's only a few characters in the game, in my opinion, that actually hard counter her. First off, Pharah, Echo, you can't really touch those 2 characters in the air, but if you're a Smurf, then you can. For tank, I'd say Winston. He does a pretty good job at actually destroying the turrets and getting into Symmetra's space. I could be forgetting a couple others, but other than that, I don't really have any problems with any other character. I think most Symmetra mains would agree with me. Symmetra doesn't really have that many counters, just flyers to try and deal with her turrets. Symmetra can't really hit flyers that easily, but other than that, like, she's just has a very good matchup spread across the entire cast of heroes. If you're a DPS main, I want you guys to try her before you even comment, hate on her. Like, just go out and try her. Play like 5 hours of Symmetra, get some games under your belt, learn how she works, learn how to play her kinda, and you'll start to see the true power of actually how broken she is. Usually I like to play Soldier, Cassidy, those type of heroes, Bastion, but ever since I started playing Symmetra, I've just only been playing Symmetra, winning a lot. Like, I'm telling you, it's free elo. It's literally free elo. Here's the thing. In Overwatch, people don't really communicate that much. Not as much as they used to in Overwatch 1 for sure. And you know what this allows you to do? It allows you to just get behind the enemy team for free without them even noticing you. The enemy supports, they probably won't even say a word to be like, oh, help me, there's a Symmetra on me. You just flank them for free, get free kills, win the team fight off that. There's no counterplay at all. There's literally no counterplay. I don't know what Blizzard is going to do to fix this, how long they're going to take to address it, because right now, if they don't touch Symmetra, I'm calling it right now, literally going to be Grandmaster. Literally going to be Grandmaster just by playing Sim. If you made it to the end, fellas, make sure to subscribe. We're uploading every day in March. We're not missing a day. We're not missing a single day. So make sure you sub, like the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.